I don't trust Major League Baseball after they messed with the baseball in 2019. And they lied about it. And it was proven. Funny enough, Meredith Wills, who's not related to Bo Wills, Meredith Wills proved this. She is literally a rocket scientist. She proved this with aerodynamics, that Major League Baseball screwed with the balls. She had something like 100 baseballs and was cutting them open and was doing all kinds of tests on this.
Wow.
They screwed with the baseballs in 2019.
That's fascinating.
We all know that.
I believe that, yes.
And so I kind of think that they did the same thing this year. But because they got caught, the reason they got caught in 2019 was because the home run numbers were up. So how do you mitigate that? Well, you only give those baseballs to certain teams.
Interesting.
I said the other thing I said was actually I tweeted it on May 9th. You know what's going to be hilarious? When the ball starts flying out again after it's switched out around mid-June, when baseball is the only game in town, meaning, hockey's done, NBA is done. MLB will attribute it to the weather. Then at the end of the season, they'll tell us ignorance, me, how the numbers are par for the course. But we can see they're not. Mike Trout has 39 home runs in 117 games.
Yes.
Aaron Judge has 62 home runs. I mean, the dude's got a ton of pop, but he's also, 30, 31 years old?
30 years old. Going to be 31 next year in April 25th, I think, is his birthday.
Yeah, you buying him a cake or something?
No, I'm actually.
Hey, you're the Phillies fan. Your team is the one recruiting him.
I'm born April 29th, so I know Aaron Judge is right around my birthday.
I'm busting your stones. I know you are.
I know you are. But yeah, maybe the Phillies get him in the offseason.
But
we'll see.
Don't worry. Nothing is still as coincidental as the Pittsburgh baseball coach having the exact birthday issue.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, for FYI, we had a pitching coach. This was during COVID. Who the coach for Pitt, the head baseball coach, Jerry Oaks is his name, actually shared the same exact birthday as
we're the same age, same birthday. We're at the same game, playoff game where what's his name again? Was it Doc Gooden pitched the? No, was it?
Oh, it was David Wells' perfect game.
Wells' perfect
game.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about
David
that.
Wells' perfect game. We were both at, and we were almost in the same area when we were watching the game. It was absolutely ridiculous, and yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. No.
It was just. I just wanted to tell you that it's just a great coincidence.
It's a really ridiculous story. It really is.
So I love that you brought up David Wells because, first of all, I love that perfect game specifically because I have a shit ton of memorabilia. Most of it has been like gifts. David Wells is one of the only ones that I've actually purchased. I purchased a photo signed by him of his perfect game, specifically because it's come out that he was hammered during it, which I think it's freaking awesome.
He was.
He had, I would say, one of the greatest tweets I've ever seen. He posted a photo of him and his wife on his anniversary, right? And his wife is gorgeous. And somebody said something along the lines of, "You're lucky you're rich because she didn't even look at you, fat boy." He responded, "Yeah, you ain't shitting."
Well, I love David Wells. I always loved him.
I actually, Ryan, it's funny you brought that up. I actually never knew that until we had Jerry on the show. He mentioned that he was like hung over the night before or whatever.
He's a good dude. David Wells.
He forgot it was pitching.
Yeah.
David Wells. And by the way, David Wells' wife is Nina Fisher, and that's her name. So, and she is a very beautiful woman. So, but I'm happy for David. Maybe he's right, but he had a pretty good career. 239, 157. He almost has 100 more wins. I mean, he's a borderline Hall of Famer if you look at his statistics. I mean,
but he won't get in with the stubborn writers, right, Ryan?
No.
No, it's funny. I'm kind of glad we circled back to this because, we were talking about it earlier, and I do think that the writers pick and choose, and it's unfortunate because I think 74% of baseball writers are awesome. They're unbiased. They are great at what they do, right? But as we know, it only takes 1 in 4 or a little bit more than 1 in 4, 26% to ruin it for everybody.
Absolutely.
Curt Schilling is not in the Hall of Fame.
I don't understand that either.
Roy Halladay was not as good of a pitcher as Curt Schilling.
Nope.
Schilling didn't have the Cy Young Awards simply because, he pitched in an era with Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, right? Roy Halladay's got a pair of them. I think it's kind of ridiculous when you turn around and you're like, hey, this guy has this award, so he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Well, you're the same people who voted for those awards. So why does that make any sense? The other thing is, ironically, the reason why BBWA leaves Schilling off the ballot oftentimes is they cite the character clause. These are the same people who made him one of only 2 players ever to win every single character award.
Wow.
Every single award for charity, sportsmanship, he has won. And it was voted on by these guys. Ridiculous.
It is. And that's baseball for you. But Ryan, as always, we respect you. We love you. We're going to get you on after the Philadelphia Phillies. Who they play in the wild card
Not
game?
defined yet. It'll either be the Cardinals
We
or
don't
the
know
Mets. Yeah.
I hope they don't play the Cardinals because I think the Cardinals beat them.
I think they wanted to lose tonight, to be honest with you. Because
I hope it's not the Cardinals.
As a Mets fan,
well,
I really don't want to
they
play the
wanted
Padres.
I don't think they wanted to play the Mets.
Well, I'd rather see the Cardinals versus the Mets because then if the Mets
No, the Cardinals can't play the Mets. It would be either the Cardinals, Padres, or Cardinals, Phillies.
All right.
So then
Wait,
the Mets
the
would play
Cardinals
the other one.
can still play the Mets, can't they?
No, because the Mets are locked into the first wild card. So the Cardinals would play either the Padres or the Phillies, whichever one is the second wild card, and then the third wild card.
Didn't Atlanta lose tonight?
Yeah. No, they
Oh,
won.
no, they won.
Atlanta clinched the division. They're locked in on 2. So the Cardinals would play the lower seed of the Phillies and the Padres, and the Mets would play the other one.
Yep. Ryan, you're the best. We'll be getting you on very, very soon because I definitely want to see that video, and I definitely want to talk a little bit of the divisional series if your Philadelphia Phillies make it to the next
All right, just
round.
do me a huge favor.
Absolutely.
Next time, don't make me follow an NFL safety because I can't compete with that.
Don't worry, you'll be our headliner, okay?
If the Phillies win, that's fine. I'll tell you what. If you guys want and you're hurting for guests, I'll even come on and give you my bracket. As you know, I bet on every single baseball game every year.
Really?
Wow.
All of them. Quite well with it this year. Much better than last year. Last year I did okay. I still made money, but this year I did really well.
Good.
And
yeah,
so
awesome.
I'm actually gonna have Bo and Alex fill out a bracket as well.
Awesome.
So if you guys want to talk that stuff,
absolutely, absolutely, we get a lot
Alex
of guests.
has actually been on our show in the past.
Speedy gets a lot.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
Yeah,
That's great. He's awesome.
Speedy gets a lot of great guests, and we're always. But you're one of our favorites, and we'll definitely get you on again very soon and hear what you got to say, man. We really appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, thanks for the time, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Honestly, whenever I'm talking baseball with you guys, I just want to crack open a beer and shoot the shit. I don't want to.
I got
Just don't take Adderall before you do it.
Well, you could do something else. That doesn't matter to us. Just don't tell Rob Manfred you're doing it.
So, hold on. Last thing I got for you, and then I know you guys got to cut the break. You definitely do an awesome Al Pacino, don't you?
I could probably do an awesome Al Pacino, but
I think you're gonna see a guy.
Everybody says when they hear me and stuff like that, they say you have a very unique voice, and then some people say you have a New York voice, and then sometimes you say you sound very angry. When
I first met you, I thought you sounded like Joe
awesome,
Pesci. It was like,
yeah, everybody's back and forth with it, but it's great. And I like to entertain people, and we, anybody that comes on the show, and even the crazy people like Kenny, who's going to be on in just a few moments. We like to give people an opportunity to take their platform and show the fans that are listening to us, or even the fans that hate us, the different attitude and a different look and outlook to what sports should be, not what sports is today. And I think sports is just. I'm a big sports guy, and I don't watch as much sports as I used to because I think sports has become washed up and terrible. And I think it makes me sick to my stomach. It really does. And the people that are running these organizations, the commissioners of their sports, have absolutely been not only I'm going to say it to be very nice. This is the word, to be nice. They're jerk offs. That's what they are. And they should really look in the mirror and say, you know what do I have to do to make this game better? What do I have to do to make the sport more interesting to watch? Not how am I going to make more money and how am I going to ruin the sport more? And that is what the game is changed to. And I don't care what anybody says. I played a lot of sports. I was an athlete. I know what it's like to understand the way and the transition of what the game is now and what it was 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. So I agree with everything that you say. I follow your Twitter. I agree with.
Wait, I hope I follow both of you.
You
guys,
do.
right?
I think you do.
No, you. I definitely follow you.
Yes, I think you're.
Right.
I think you're a bright man, and I think there's a reason why 50,000 people follow you. So I think
64.
I'm sorry.
241.
I'm sorry. I'm a couple.
Hey,
thousand
numbers
off.
are my thing. All right.
All right. Well,
next time we get you on, we'll both of us will make a random guess on how many followers you have at that point,
Exactly.
and we'll see who's closer without looking.
Well, I don't know. I'm probably about to grow here with Elon buying Twitter. We'll see here because I've been a little bit I believe shadow banned, but we'll that's another discussion.
Well, you got to give us some of your.
I don't want to keep Kenny waiting. So,
Ryan, you're the awesomest, and we will have you on soon, bud. We really appreciate you.
All right. I promise. Last time, no video. All right.
Absolutely.